Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, we're live. On Arrakis. I'm just doing the social medias in the background. Takes but a moment. There we go, there's that bit done, and of course do one to the main server. Right, okay, there we go. There's all of that done. Let's go to the live screen. There we are. So you might be wondering, oh, where is he? What's this place? Well, if you remember at the end of the stream, or toward the end of the stream last night, I made a bit of a start on a bit of an experimental base. This is where we're at with it so far. Did a little bit on it today. So I've got some of the way across, not all the way across. Across the big gap, anyway. And for scale is a fief, so I've expanded it out. So at the minute this is all one base build at the moment. So I've extended the fief, etc. This isn't going to just stop there. That was because I was logging off and I was just wandering in. And this is how far we got across to this side of the base. We've got a huge supporting wall at this side. And I'm thinking I might extend one fief further back over here. Not too sure. And these were the key to getting across. Yes, indeed. It was build these up. So this was just to get across and do some building work. I'll probably lose this one. This little row here, but it did let me place things up and around underneath just to make it look a little nicer. So loads of support underneath. I needed a kind of work runway, so to speak, just so I could work on these couple of walls here. This wall here, I don't think I need. So I'm going to try getting rid of this and see what happens. I don't think anything else fell down, just that. So I may put another one of those walls there. Not too sure yet. I'm not sure what I'm even going to put in this bit. Not too sure yet. Anyway. Do some establishing, a bit more establishing over here. So I just built this, so if I do want to bring a ton of stuff over, it's nice and easy with the carrier and the carry-all. So on this side, we can build almost to the back of the rock. What I'll pop here will be... Let's just put a simple door here. We can build all the way out to pretty much the back end of this, as you can see. So this is all there to be expanded on. I may even expand it. The thing is, if I expand one more, a lot of that expansion would be wasted, because this is pretty much the back of the rock, isn't it? And then down from here, I can see Mr. Space Quest's base, you see? Like so. Now, what I'm going to do just now is go pay the taxes, just in case. Maybe I shall have a dark and stormy, why not? You're very good, Elf. I'm going to nip off, pay the taxes on this. I think they do. I'm not sure what the message means, but I'd rather not lose that bridge structure. Have to do it all over again, although now I know the secret is those big Private Snowball, welcome to the stream. NA servers, EU servers, I'm afraid, sir. Forgot to give me permissions. Well, me? Flying over the map. Oh, yes. What is chipper old chap? Well, it is in fact Xenophon. Does it tell you from the world map? It doesn't. Yeah, it's Xenophon Siege Leg. It'll say Siege Beer once I get to Arakeen, but that's because I'm in Arakeen. You know, when you go to the world map, or like Deep Desert, Arakeen, Harco Village, they're in a slightly different server to you. It's whichever one you share that with. Epic music, no more. And I'm wearing a still suit building here because generally that's a good idea anyway, but mainly because that area, the O Dam, is heat level 4. It's the same as the deep desert. Or like the A row in the deep desert at least. I don't know how high does it go. I never really look. Too busy thinking about other things when I'm in the deep desert other than hydration.
You again? What now?
The bridge, 2000. Gears mining outpost. Those two. We got any reward off you? No. Never mind. There you go. Let's see if anything of mine has sold today. Something did this morning, but just to check. Just that one left to go. Wait, what's that? Oh, because that's highlighted. Right, okay. Yeah, so when you look at it here, I think this says Seach a beer, or however you pronounce that. It's not, it's actually a different server. Who's that? No one I know. Right. I'll fly back and do a little bit more building. The only thing I don't like about that area is it's right near the map border, so occasionally you get a storm and you've got like 30 seconds, if that, to get to cover. What I definitely want on this side, oh mind you, I might not keep that wall. Yeah, I may not be keeping that wall. I will be keeping the one at the front end up here though. That's my suspense about doing. I burn through these doing base builds. Just every time. I want to see as well, just thought, did Space Quest mean I didn't give him access to the base? Should have done. Should be on there. Here you can go co-owner. So I can splug. No wait. Space Quest. Yeah, so we've got plenty of height to play with because I had to extend the fief a bit. So if we're going to go out to this area, what I could build like a main base here, especially with the additional build at the back. Space Quest, welcome to the stream. A tone for the dong. Time for a mouthful of beer. Oh, another mouthful. Actually, no, it rings 12, doesn't it? Now, this area, you see I've got the heat stroke thing up, even though I am very much in the shade. I'm in the shade of that mountain, but it still counts as though you're in sunlight, which is kind of unfortunate. I've got a slight problem here with floor level, in that I continue building out. I'm going to get a bit of the rock poking through. And of course these rocky features here. I don't think I need to extend further back than it already is. And a fief extension on the back would mean 10 blocks further back. Which would be, we'd only use maybe 2, maybe 4, maybe 5 at a push of them. So I'm not sure that's worth doing on this side. I may extend further on the other side, don't know. Just want to see how much of the rock comes up through the floor, because it means, you see, you can't place a lot on it. Like furnishings and things, it goes not stable. I do not want to try raising the entire thing. So, don't know yet. Might have to come up with a different solution. Yeah, half wall in the floor. I think you're right, yeah. So we could come up from here. I'm going to do another row. We've got plenty of plastone and I can make more. Yeah, just to lose this, what I'm thinking. Computer floor. He's saying my my little home office, my man cave is a bit messy. It definitely is. And then on this side is a bit of a... So I think maybe incorporate this somehow. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that. You know, we've got so many cool things. I'm not sure what I'd put there though. You know, this sort of thing. Don't really know. Don't know, because that's, if you look. You see the actual fief does extend beyond there. Done it correctly, it should be square and plumb. To here. I don't think it'll, yeah, it won't let me do one there. I do get one underneath. Yeah. And I think that's far enough out, to be honest. I think it's as big as it needs to be on this side. I might extend the other side a bit more. I mean, if we put another extension, it's going to put 10 more blocks on this side, which feels a bit wasteful. Drake Silver, famous callus. Oh, I hardly think so. Famous. Never done anything. Even if I do build up and over this, I want just the sense that there's something solid underneath it. Even though it doesn't need to be there, I know. Waste of blocks, mate. No, it's not. Makes me feel better. Makes me feel like there's something solid under the rest of the base, so it's not going to fall over. Not sure. It's quite a bit of height to cover here if we did do it. We'd have to go with something like, I think, one full stairs. The floor, yeah, you'd still have this there. Oh, we'd have to come back in onto that one. This is kind of the design phase at the minute. Figure out how it's all going together. So we'd still have a wall here. And for the moment, I'm just building the glass wall, just so I can see what's going on and still have plenty of light. Because we've got the replace tool, it's easy to change it to another design later. Oh, thank you. We sort of do something like that. We could have some storage underneath it, you see. Here. Okay, one place on there. Come on. Not enough support. It's on the ground. Fair enough. Storm coming from over there. Yeah, so no need to come further out by a whole fief at the back, because you're only getting that bit. That's just not enough, really. So I think, yeah, we get storage up along here, maybe. What I will be putting up here, most definitely. Where are we? There we go. It's a special insider thing, that. You may not know the significance. But yeah. Computer floor is raised so you can run cables under it. Oh yeah. I've seen that, yeah. Instead of it's a thing. It's on a sketch framework. Very strong. Done wrong, can collapse and is bouncy. Done properly, solid as a rock, you'd never know it was there. So this current box is just as well as I could fit the whole thing inside. So I'm right up on the wall here, all the way out to over there. And this was completely open-ended because the plan is that you have this grand corridor. So what I'm thinking along here is... where are we? Yeah. So along here, we can have a bunch of these. And then we can call it like the Hall of Ass. The Ass Hall. Oh, I might have granite. Like so. And just to let people know that, you know, it's not entirely... Don't touch the... Yeah, we don't want, you know, just anyone touching the donkeys. You know, so we just put some barriers up along the way. Something like that. Something similar on the other side. I think that'd look alright. I think that'd work, and then a bit of lighting in here. So I built this with the green tile roof, which doesn't allow for a lot of light, versus this type roof, which does give you quite a bit of light, as long as you don't build more than 2 blocks high. Right, apparently I need more granite. I will for decorations and other stuff. Oh, come on. Pocket that. Excuse me. Let's go to that one. Oh, that's the thought. I don't know if there is any granite near the aluminum base. So yeah, I think I will raise the floor there. But not yet. Mining base. Following the wrong marker. Get off the rock. I didn't. Oh, come on. I hate the way it grabs rocks. Even in vulture mode. Like, no, I didn't ask you to do that. So please don't go around the rock. Flying a nervous flying monkey. Is there any granite around here? here or not. Can't even think now. Quick look in the chests and see if anyone's ever mined any. Aluminum. Oh yeah, there's a bit there. There's a bit of granite. This was my base. I originally built it, but Gear said he'd take over it just so I could build another base and do stuff. Yeah, there's granite here. Okay. I couldn't remember, to be honest. I forget these things. It's a bit embarrassing. But yeah. Especially when you've got bases all over the place. So you kind of like, I definitely know there's aluminum there and some basalt for making plastone. But how much granite? Well, that's another matter. The nice thing with anything you're making from granite is you just mine the granite and go. There's no processing time. Ooh, that's virtually gone then. Little Harco base that was next to mine for ages and ages. Just one square left. To let us know that it was ever there. Nicking that. Take my own memento. Seen any more much around here. I mean, I suppose I could go down South Hagger in with the carrier and a buggy and just fill the buggy down there, but might be excessive. Aluminum. For once we're driving around here not looking for aluminum. Need some garnet. I'm alright, space, I'll farm it. You come look at the base, I've definitely added you now. It is very much work in progress, and I might scrap it and start over, I don't know yet. Just depends how I feel, how it looks when I get far enough with it. Like if I feel, oh, this looks like shit, then I probably will take it down and start over. But I'm just sort of exploring a theme with it at the minute. Maybe I should mine granite in the deep desert and then bring it back. There's a lot of it there. Seems a bit much mining granite with a Mark 6 focus cut radar in the DD, which is specifically there for mining Strav and titanium. Ooh, free plastinium. Plastone. I think maybe. No, the thief is still there in this one as well. That's quite healthy. Pretty much all of this will die before the thief does. There's nothing left in this base, it's been gutted already. well, because that one used to block the bloody road. I'm actually not sorry to see that one go. It's like you got every right to build there, we know. But it kind of blocked the road at the same time. This one's quite nice. Gold, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I would be faster farming granite in the deep desert at this point. How was your day, sir? It's rather good. Yeah, we it's kind of like heading back to normalcy. Went and did the shopping. Buying regular boring stuff. Granite. Maybe see if we see any on the way back. That should do. I need more chests and such there. Am I moving my main base to there from Anvil? Not yet. Not until I'm really happy with the base. Until then, no. Just cleaned up the Christmas stuff. Yeah, you gotta do it every year. It's a little bit sad. It's not as much fun as getting it out. Getting it out and putting it up is a bigger chore, but it's quite fun doing it. Still got the tree up. It's not 12th night yet. 12th night is my birthday, which, if you want to know, is Jan 6th. No, I won't be streaming. I'm at work. Farming Yasmin. First 18k is processing. Yeah, good stuff. We've got a base for you, Jasmine, for the guild. You go out in a buggy and mine it. You go and drive the buggy into the middle of the green pools of death and basically ignore them. Because you're in the vehicle, so you just mine it and go. It's pretty cool. Gears extra container. This is the general one I put in. Right, that should be enough for the base. At least for the what I've got in mind just now. Have I got any wire? Got a bit. Got a bit of wire. Wings look way worse than they actually are. Generator. Engine. Just as I should do. Oh, that's a healthier colour. Still got a bit of red. Fly on back. Placed my carrier and assault wings today. They were at 30%. Damn. You've been flying them two a bit then? in Spice, yeah. Yeah, you get through the assault if you're doing that. 2 centrifuges. Damn. You got the new one from... Oh, it might not be on your server. We got the vehicle vendor this week, so you can get the Regis, whatever it's called one. And more importantly, the quieter, less worm aggro tracks. Big enough to get a carrier in, by the way, this. At the moment it's 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can go back 20. So yeah, it's a good size. There and then doing all right. There we go. The Hall of Ass. Might do the same thing on this side, I don't know. And then we're going to have to put some lights up as well for the night times. Right, so to even out the floor back here, I'll leave that there for now. So if we do a half step up, how do we get to the half step? So let's do a half step and see what happens. So we do tradies walls, half wall. Yeah, that's going to place us above. So there's that. Now, to go up it though, you don't want to have to jump up every time, do you? So, how are we doing that? Half incline? Yeah, the half incline kind of works. Yeah, and then we've got the false floor. Could do it that way. Get a bunch of chests under here. Obviously they'd be... Some of this would still poke out, and obviously these rocks. How to incorporate it as part of? Here's the question. Not sure. That's Space Quest's base down there. Let's go and pay him a visit. Oh shit, full suspensor belt about to break. Tell me that while I'm in midair. Thanks very much. It's not like his base. It's very up and down. Hopefully, yeah, I did. Right, I'm gonna go and repair my suspensor belt back at my big base. And maybe build some more plasstone. Jeez, talk about hitting the wall. I hit the wall there. My God. I know I can get some more plasstone as well from a tower that serves no function. I did have a bunch of those at this place, but I took a lot of them down. Is another tower that's not really doing much. I mean, it looks nice, but it's not exactly functional. The rest of this base, most of it has stuff in it. How bad's this belt? Oh, it's worth repairing. Yep, everything's off if I'm not here. Do that, fix you. Might go out and play later. Still seems fine. Right, okay. I might have to mine more basalt. But I almost certainly will. Yeah. So I need more basalt. Need to go mine it from somewhere. And there's quite a bit in the deep desert, I think. Also, I has this whole tower here, which is doing diddly at the minute. I mean, it's functionally doing nothing. It's just there. It does look quite nice, so maybe I will leave that, just because. I could go and fill the buggy. How much? That's a thought. It also needs silicon blocks. I don't know how many I've got left now. $400, plenty for this, because it only uses one per, and one is 250 or something. Yeah, go mine some more basalt, I think. Quite a bit of it, I think. Right, I'm gonna get a beer, and then we're gonna go mine basalt. Right, we are the back. Okie doke. So, mission, go mine a buggy full of basalt and then make a ton. Ton of plastone. Last week it was 156. Oh, did you have the mining reduction? 156 per 250, yeah. Yeah, I love the mining reduction is refining reduction, I think they call it. That's the best time to do your spice. 7,500 spice sand per 200 stack of melange. .7 million spice sand processed, or because melange, that's a lot. It's like Spice Quest, that is. Lots stashed up. Yeah, a lot of people do, and then just gun it that 1 week, you know, back to back, keep refilling the still beds and all the rest of it. Death stills. Two still beds. Why did I say still bed? Never mind. 100 hours of processing 2 refineries. Yeah, I think if you're doing that scale, more than 1 refiner's a pretty good idea. Well, you know how much plastanium I made, or plastinium, I'm not sure. While I couldn't use keyboard and mouse at the same time because this hand was in a cast, healing, still healing. I'll be healing for at least another 8 to 12 months. But yeah, I couldn't use the mouse and the keyboard at the same time, so I couldn't do a lot of kind of fighting or general play in the game. All I could really do was come out, drive a buggy, mine shit, So I just make tons and tons of plastinium. I've been selling it. Tens, I've got a few mil now, that's for sure. It fits. I wish the build cost for building anything was the same as it is here. Finding basalt at night, slightly more difficult than you might think. Strav and titanium are easy to spot, basalt isn't at night. It looks like damp coal. This guy puts his base here. He always builds a nice looking base for deep desert. I think he does refining and stuff in here though. So he does need a bigger, more complex base than me. Mine's just somewhere for the buggy, somewhere for carriers and ornies. Uh-oh, missed one. Outpost is storing, yeah. It's it, you got to do what you got to do. Like my base in Anvil has become the guild repository. It's like guild storage there. It's big enough. Because as a guild we don't really need to store stuff as a guild anymore, but back in the day, you know, where you were struggling harder to make stuff. It was very, very handy. And we had a guy called Kamash who played like a lot. And he farmed tons and tons of stuff as it was then. You know, when you have to build on top of a single node with a buggy there just to mine the titanium every time it spawned and that sort of stuff. God, the guy put some hours into that. And then all of a sudden, one day, without warning, titanium and strav were all over the A-row. People were like, what, one? I was like, no, I've just seen about 10 of them. I've just mined them. You know, I'm full and coming home. And then came flying back out and built a base and took a buggy out. That was it. New game again. Yeah, a lot of the scrap metal looks like basalt at night. Oh, and then you get there and you're like, oh, no it isn't. Yeah, it looks a bit like damp coal. Now, those of you that never had a coal fire in the house probably got no idea what I'm talking about. It's okay. It's quite common, especially in Wales. We have the coal mines and collieries here. So pretty much every house had a fireplace in the chimney. One of the first chores I had at home was lighting the fire. And it wasn't fun or exciting, it was just like, get the fire lit. You know, sweep the yard, mow the lawn, you know, that kind of thing. So when I watch these like survival things that take, I guess, city slickers out, They go, let's get a fire going, and you're watching them trying to set fire to a branch with a match. You're like, no, 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 no. That's not going to work, mate. Right, you need some kindling, and then you need small dry stuff to get the thing going, get some heat. Finally, you can put that, you know, more moist timber on. Try and light it with that stuff, you're just going to put it out. And it's just like you inherently know this because it was your job to get the fire lit in the morning. You know, you bits of newspaper, some kindling, yeah. It's like a very old skill when you think about it, make fire. It's like us and our ancestors, basically. Sun's coming up soonish. Yeah, it is. So we'll be able to see any outcrops a little easier. At this point, I think there's probably more titanium and strab than there is basalt out here. Oh, there's a bit. Here's the other side of DUNE awakening. Spending ages farming stuff. Let's fuel up. Ooh, 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 I see you up there. Jaunty angle mining. There we go, that's how we like it. Can we see? Maybe we need to go further along, maybe. Oh, bit there. Could have done this in Hagar, I guess. I just thought maybe you'd have better density here. I'm not sure that you do. Stuff, yeah, big part of the game. Going around getting stuff. Just is. Any game like this, it's usually got that kind of mechanic to it, or several mechanics like it. Definitely in this. To build stuff, you got to farm stuff. That's how it works. So if you can't be bothered with that, probably not the game for you. You find it frustrating because there's a lot of it in this game, not gonna lie. And you pretty much got to build everything. Your good armor, your weapons, all your survival gear, your tools, all your vehicles, the thing you live in, your base with all your stuff. Yep, you got to build all of it. So there is definitely some farmage in this game. Oh yes. Now, I quite find it quite chill. You know, just cruising around in a buggy like this. getting the materials I need. But not everyone's going to enjoy it, I'll be honest. So, you know, pays your money, takes your choice. Cinematic voice actor 1971. Happy New Year, my friend. Well, Happy New Year to you. Or Blwydd Newydd Dda, as we say in Wales. Means exactly the same thing. I'm not insulting you, I'm offering you dinner. So Happy New Year. Hope it's a good one. Probably not. Probably more of the same, and just like, how can it keep getting worse? But, you know, we're all still here, so count our blessings. Doing with the buggy. Not even close to full yet. Have a look at these hills this side. I tell you what, there is a hell of a lot of, in the deep desert, scrap and fuel cells. Hell of a lot of it. You want fuel cells to make lube and or spice infused? My god, there's some out here. I mean, what else we're going to use that spice residue for, right? Is that one, or is that a big lump of scrap? Nope, that is one. Up a two container with fuel cell and half used for lube. Yeah, she's gonna have a Diddy party. Thing is, apparently that picture of all the lube, that was like AI or some shit. It's not real, but it doesn't matter as far as the world's concerned. No, we're gonna make that stick. Even if it's not true, we thought it was too funny to not keep going on about. And now he's been sentenced and jailed for what he's been up to. Well, no one feels too bad about it. You know, just saying. Very close to dropping off the edge here. Oh, this is the fall down and you're not getting out hole. Okay. We're not going on that. I mean, if you fall down on your character, yeah, suspensor belt, you're out. But fall down there in a buggy, you might get out with a carrier if you're lucky. But most times you're going to have to dismantle your buggy and hope you catch all the pieces. Ugly Dan, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, sir. Mining the basalt to make more. I had that happen. I've had it happen to my buggy several times, even though I've never done it myself. Other people, because I set my buggy for basically the whole guild to use if they want, and put it out here every week. Occasionally someone has a bit of an accident. I think Space did it once. Mayo-Win did it twice. And a couple of other people have done it. I don't think I've ever got it so stuck I had to take it apart. I have most definitely got it stuck, but I managed to get it out of being stuck with a scout and just crashing into it until I managed to get it to right itself. Oh, it was scrap. Never mind. We'd have filled up by now if we'd have been farming titanium and whatnot. Maybe we're better off farming this in Hagar, I don't know. You didn't have your scout in your pocket. Oh, that is a long run. Without the scout. I kind of keep the scout pocketed whenever, you know, I try and do it like second nature, just in case. Yeah, at least it's A-row. So you get as many storms as Hagar hit in the deep desert, but because of the size of the deep desert, quite often they're nowhere near you and you don't have to worry about them, you know. Hagar, yeah, they can be on top of you all day if you're not careful. Yeah, pocketed Thopter is a must. Yeah, always take your Thopter with you. At least if you foul up, you can get back, get the carrier or whatever else quickly. It's definitely a highly recommend for me, that one. Deep Purple's shield has been disabled. There's a storm out on the E-row. Probably heading west, I think. I'm trying to remember where that base is. I hear they're raising the rep number from 5 to 20, possibly. I've been on Test Live, but I've not seen that on the test server. But they have said that most of the DLC content is locked off on the test server, just so there's no spoilers, and, you know, before it lands, because it is a story continuation. So now, I did one mission there, or tried to and failed. But I don't have a copy of this character there. I have a facsimile of them. You know, try to remake them, but their gear's not all that great. It's all Chome Title 6 stuff, because you can get that basically for free. So yeah, I mean, decent enough stuff, but no blueprint stuff. Anyway, I failed that, and the entire map and mission reset. And I was like, if that's how we're going to go, I'm not playing. I hate that shit. You know, redo everything you've already done again until you complete the whole thing. I fucking hate that mechanic, especially in an instanced mission. Like, if you think back to AO, you go in, kill half the mission, go back to that mission, and they're still dead, you know. It was a combat mission. It was quite hard on the character I'm playing there. I think if I'd been on this character with their skill set, skill points and gear, it would have been quite doable. Anyway, reset, and I went, that's it, I'm out. But a lot of people on the test server Discord were saying, no, that's a bug. That's a bug, that is. Yeah, they said, no, you go back tomorrow and I bet your progress is saved. And I went back the next day and it was. So, yeah, it was a bug. There's no... Because literally every NPC in the mission had respawned and I'd spent ages killing them to get to the objective. So, yeah, I wasn't pleased. You just make me do the whole effing thing again? I don't think so, Jim. Jimmy my lad. Turning into Rimmer. So, yeah. But apparently, yeah, it was... That is a bug. Shouldn't do that. Which I was quite relieved to hear, actually. Yeah, so when I went back, the progress was back and the mobs were gone. So it was just some sort of bug anyway. I mean, what I've heard from the test server, Nomi's on there quite a bit because he wants to figure out how mechanically the new land strat and everything works, which is very cool, and I'm very thankful for him putting the time and effort in. He's formulating spreadsheets and all sorts at the minute. Because he's a very methodical thinker, is our Nomi. Very intelligent guy. And the difference between fucking around and science is writing down what you did and what happened. I'm more the fucking around guy. Work. Yeah, I think it's just getting the... I don't think he's trying to do that. I'll let him speak for himself if he pops on later or whatever. It's more understanding mechanically how things work. So, okay, you want to progress this skill. What do you need to do in order to do that? You need to do this type, mission type A. Spend your points here. That's mechanically how the new system works. That's what it looks like he's seeking to understand, which is useful to everyone. And I'm sure there'll be 1,000,001 videos about it once it goes on the live server. I won't be making them. I've done my share of making video guides and stuff. Did it for 10 years for Anarchy Online. I'm like, I'm done. Good as, useful as that type of stuff is, you get to a certain point where you're like, I'm done making more of these. It was really good fun as well doing those, but, after a long enough period, anything, it's like having your favourite food every day. Eventually, you want something else. And it's dark again already. I mean, a lot of the content I made on YouTube, it was initially born of having to answer the same questions over and over again to people. Kind of going, well, if I make a video of the explanation, I can just point them at that. Because you can copy and paste text in AO from the chat engine, which is useful. So someone says, yeah, here's a link, and okay, YouTube, normal looking link, that's safe to put in my browser, and off you go. We need more fuel. Have a lot of driving around today. How much fuel have I got left? Only one cell. Okay. Yeah, that Sin Killer does a hell of a lot of work. I know, I've done it. And I can see the amount of work he's put into those videos. What I hate is all the popular YouTube channels, and all they're doing is stock footage that's readily available from the game that it doesn't relate to what they're saying, and then reading patch notes out. Probably in an AI voice, because it sounds all too familiar. Those channels I completely ignore. And like all AI, it's AI slop. It's of no value in any sense. It's very formulaic as well. It's like Watch Mojo or something. It's just, oh god, this again, you know. Although, I think Watch Mojo do use real voice actors, so... It's funny, when you go back 10, 15 years of YouTube and look at channels that were really popular in those early days, and where they are now, it's really quite shocking. You see the people that are there still doing it, but doing it exactly the same way. They just haven't kind of evolved. And then thankfully you see channels that were there back then and how much better they are now, because they have evolved and developed. I don't mean like following trends, they've just expanded on what they do and refined what they do, etc. Like Gopher's Vids is definitely one of them. He was sort of a tutorial guide type of a channel for game modding, and he slowly evolved into a semi-self-conscious Let's Player, and is now, though, a masterful storyteller and character creator. He lives and breathes the characters he plays, so you experience the story of that character through their particular eyes, not his. It does break the fourth wall here and there, you know, but in a very humorous way. These little addendum videos and stuff like that. But it's great to see someone like that, you know, who truly is good, progress and develop and become better and better, you know. I mean, do you remember the early tech YouTubers back in the day? And they're just utterly eclipsed now by newer ones. And it's because they've just not innovated on what they started, and they've just carried on repeating themselves. Which is kind of sad, because what ends up happening is, you know, oh, making that video again. You know, and you can kind of see the fatigue in their eyes, and you can hear it in their voice. It's like, well, this works, don't change it, you know, whereas the ones that have grown are the ones that have gone, well, that worked, what about it worked? Let's develop what made it work. Kind of weird, isn't it? Quite often it can be more organic than that. It's not as conscious and as an effort as that. It's just like, you know, the person going, oh, I enjoyed that. Maybe if I do it like this, I'll enjoy it even more. You know, it can be that. How much basalt we got? Oh, nearly full. Nearly full. If we find a couple more, we take the whole buggy back. Start processing, and it processes fast. It does plastone. It's pretty nice in that respect. yeah, innovative people do make a lot of mistakes, and they're not ashamed by them, and nor should they be. They're like, well, I tried this, that didn't really work, but what I did learn from that was this, you know, and that's what sets them apart. Innovators will always fail, but keep trying until, you know, they land on something and they're like, yeah, there you go. Now it works. And because that's coming from a place of inspiration, it never runs out. If you're following some dogged formula and mechanically, yeah, I mean, it can work for a while, but you're just going to get incredibly tired of it. I've seen people do that with music as well. And any sort of creative endeavour is very similar in that respect. So how full are we? Crikey. We've got 10 slots left, but I think that's probably enough for now. I think that's going to build us enough plasstone. Half full, I know. It wouldn't be if it was... if we were mining titanium, we'd have filled up twice, you know. But it's the sheer weight of titanium, isn't it? .9 per unit. Yeah, it's not much compared to stuff like titanium. That stuff is heavy. Strav isn't, but titanium is. There we go. Need to make more fuel cells. One volume per unit, yeah. Is my game saved on Steam? In what respect, you mean? Is your character saved? That's saved on the server, and it's backed up on Steam. But it depends by what you're expecting to be saved. If you mean your base and all that sort of stuff, if you don't play, it can still decay with storms and taxes not being paid. But the characters themselves would still be there. Going to format my computer, will I lose my game and character after the format? No, as long as you make sure your taxes are paid, your base is fully fueled, everything's switched off in the base. That should give you 31 days, and your character's logged out somewhere safe, like inside the base or Arakeen, somewhere like that. When you log back into Steam, your character should still be there. Some of your preferences might have reset, but other than that, yeah, they should be. If you're going to go away for a while, then it gets problematic, you know. But if you're just doing a format and reinstall a Windows, let's call it 2 days worth of work to get everything back the way you want it, then I would say you're probably going to be okay. You know, you'll log back in, your character will be where you left them. The server remembers where they are, what they have, etc. And that's also backed up on Steam. But no, you wouldn't lose progress, the character, their gear, or anything like that. Worst case scenario is you're away for an extended period of time, and when you return, your base is basically gone. But that's because it's been, you know, had no taxes paid, run out of power, storms have hit it, and yeah, you can lose your base like that. But that takes a week or so, maybe more. Depends where the base is, what it's made of, how much power there was there to begin with, how long you've been, you know, there's a lot of factors. If you're just doing a Windows reinstall, and let's say tops 3 days to get that done, As long as your taxes are paid and the base has more than 3 days of power, when you come back everything should be exactly as you left it. Here we go. Let's do some conversions. Thing is, this gets made so fast you've got to actually watch it. Otherwise you'll fill the machine before it's finished. To the point where it's so quick and you need to watch it being done that quite often you really want to be on top of it. So I'm going to do it in the storage. So I'm going to set it going. Do it all. And as it gets made, I'm just going to keep popping it into there. I've only got 2 slots available at the moment because it does it so quickly. Otherwise it'll run out of space and start spamming it into random chests and whatnot. So each 250 is 1 unit, so when it says it can make 71, it will make 250 times 71. So we are making quite a bit. Does that answer your question, Democrat? I'm guessing on the name. So as it appears in the machine, I'm just clicking it into the carrier. The container rather, because that has got masses of space. Hopefully that does answer your question. But yeah, if you're just doing a Windows install, even if it takes 3 days, you know, get all your programs and settings as you want them. Yeah, it should be fine. As long as you've got more than 3 days of power for the base. Your character's logged off somewhere safe. You know, don't log off in the deep desert and wonder why your character died and lost all their gear on Tuesday morning. You know, that kind of thing. As long as you're fairly sensible, you're going to be alright. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a live service game, so your progress is stored on the server you play on. There we go. We just processed 71 stacks in that amount of time. It's pretty good going. Now, I could drop it all in the assault or something. That should be enough to take over. But I'd want quite possibly another big container, so make one. Demolish it. I should have it all in my inventory. Yep, I do. So there's another chest to take with. So we take the container to new base. We use the world map for that. Damn sight less fly time, so less wear and tear on the carrier. There we go. Got to pick it up again when we come through, but hey. Seems like 10 o'clock's about the best for the base. So I'm going to get this, get it dropped. I'm eating the cacti. Right, Argave Seed. Yes, indeed. Especially these new missions that are coming out. Some of them are radioactive areas, so you're definitely going to be wanting it. My assault's not ideally parked. This. I'm gonna nudge in the temporary hangar. There we go. Right. Gonna go get a beer and I'll be back. Right. We've done the do. Let's fill up the chest number 1. Just got a mix of stuff in it. And it's full. So now we build the second chest. Is that all of it? It was all of it. Can I get all the plastinium in one thing? Maybe. I did pick up aluminum somewhere. Oh no, never mind. I don't think we'll get it all in one chest. I think there is too much. No, you can't get it all in one. We made too much. But we will have all of it, regardless. Okay, carrier done. Right, so we got stacks of blocks. How many we got? Let's have a look. go for one of them. So we've got 23,000 plasstone. That should be plenty. So I need to figure out what Space Quest was thinking for the base floor. Being a half one up. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm planning on building a big ass base, you know, and I want it well supported as well. I might go and do some more at the other end, actually. So I was thinking the other end could be the hangar, maybe something like that. Let's go for walls. Let's go for regular door. There we go. Yeah, so let's build this one up a bit. Right, so that's as far back as we're building right now. So you're thinking, well, you don't need to build blocks there. Yeah, I know. But you get that sense of it is well supported. You know, look, I think it's on top of a cliff. I want to make sure it ain't falling down. Can't build down there. Or maybe I can. Oh, that would be tricky. I may be able to do it, but I need to do a bit of jiggery pokery. Let's build the wall here. No, lower. No, it doesn't want to grab the sides here. It's trying to grab this, and I want it to grab below. Okay, how about some scaffold? Oh dear. Yeah, I was thinking maybe this rock, but I need it to all align. That's the thing. Oh, this could work out nicely. Or not. It's beyond that. I might have to do another vertical, but I think I could extend the lower portion a bit more. Yeah, it's not going to build in there. I was hoping it could sit on this, but this is just that little bit too low. Okay. So, if we get another vertical and place it, am I going to run into no build areas? I think that to get them to be visible, just go for one of these. I think we can get away with it. Yeah, we're just there. We go one more. So we need to build another vertical. However, that requires actual Solaris in your inventory. Be yours or your bases. So that means nipping to Arakeen to draw some out. Which might be worth it, just to get that, because it does the entire base lower. So what we're going to do is take the carrier back to main base, Anvil base. And then fly out to Arakeen and draw a few Solaris out. I think that's the plan. So, first protocol, back to the Anvil base. Park the carrier container safely. Now the vertical will stack up and down, which should give me enough space for the event horizon above, and then we'll have a, rather than a roof entrance, we'll have a back and forth entrance maybe. Undecided at the moment. I'm pressing up. God, I think my keyboard may be dying. It's about 15 years old. Or something like that. It's the Logitech G710 Plus. So it's not a new one. It was gifted to me by DUNE of Storm Guild. He was getting a new one. And he said, "Do you want my old keyboard?" I was like, hell yes. Cherry MX Browns. They've been worn in. Hell yeah. Hell of a good keyboard. You got to think, you know, people spend all that money on a mouse because it's better, and then they've got a membrane keyboard to go with it, and it's like, dude, no. You want a mechanical. All inputs count, no matter how many you make, whereas a membrane keyboard, only 3-4 inputs at once count. Yeah, so it's the Logitech G710. Yeah, it's a good one. It's got Cherry MX Brown keys on it, and I absolutely love it. Such a good device. No two ways about it. It feels great to use, and because it's mechanical, full mechanical, if you hold down several keys at once, whatever you're using acknowledges each key press. Yeah, the key tops can't wear off on this because it's clear or opaque plastic, so the light underneath shines through it. So nothing's printed on them, it's physically there. You know, and as soon as you use a mechanical, you realise the keys don't move side to side virtually at all. They move up and down, and that's it. So there's none of that vagueness with them. They don't make the G710 anymore either. It's kind of a shame. to Arakeen for a few credits. Come on, you're here somewhere. No vehicle to restore. Oh crap. Is it down in the small hangar? The middle hangar? I thought I'd taken that out with me. I clearly didn't. I'm a silly boy. It's like this space here, it serves no function other than it's a cool place to have a guild meeting if you're going to have one. It's a cult. No, it isn't. No, I didn't pocket my scout. I am a very, very silly boy. There was me in the deep desert saying, always take a scout with you, and I'd left it behind. Yeah, do what I say, don't do what I do, because I obviously fluffed up there. It is very, very nice to use for absolutely anything. It doesn't matter what you do, just pressing the keys on it is pleasant, you know? Kadunk, kadunk, kadunk. I'm wondering how far down I can go with the vertical. How many can you use? Is it 4? That could be interesting. If I can get down to the deck, you know, the actual floor, that would be good. I can't think of a reason why I'd want to, but it'd be nice if I could. On the test server, the new world map is quite nice. It's the distances between, you know, Arakeen, Hagar, Arakeen and Harco much closer, and the new instances are all there, and they've coloured it the same colour as the sand of DUNE, so it does look really good. It takes a lot less time to get from A to B. I think I think they were trying to get across how far you've travelled with the distance in the world map, but there's no real need. You know, if you think how far you can go by going up to the 3rd floor in the grid in Anarchy Online from where you entered, you know, it's staggering distance, but you're digitised and ethereal in there, aren't you? So bam, bam, bam. Great piece of music. It's just, if you hear it 500 times, you know, you're like, yeah, next.
Welcome. Would you like to... How much
Withdraw
Solaris would you
all?
like
I don't
to
think so. Let's pull 100k out. No, that's too much. Let's get 50 out in case we need it. Right, okay. Anything else sold lately? Oh, it expired. Okay, relist. 3 days. So, there you go. I don't think you can hold as many Solaris as I've now got in your inventory. So, yeah, don't be careful doing that if you have built up a fair bit of money, because it only stacks 50k, doesn't it? So okay, we shall fly all the way back. what I'm going to do is do 2 vertical staking units, and or maybe even 3. I've done 1 already. No, I've done 2. How many can you have total? I'm trying to think. You can have 6 additional, is it? Might have to Google it. And if your base is on the deck, don't use too many vertical, because half of it's disappeared under the ground, depending on where the bottom of your base is. You know, if the bottom of your base, if you build on the deck, half the base is lost under the ground anyway, the build area. So build 3 blocks higher, destroy the fief, and then rebuild the fief 3 blocks higher, just to get back some of the ground that's buried underneath. Otherwise you're kind of giving away real estate there. Okay, let's make 2 of these. Then we'll set them both off. Hopefully they both work. Unless I hit some no build area. Top up my water while I'm here. Fill the containers and then top these guys off. Not sure we'll get 3 in there. Should refill. Storm incoming. Get to the base ahead of it? Possibly not. I might have to ditch and hide. I don't know. Yeah, let's get there as quick as we can though. I love these, right? Yeah, racing against nature here. Shit. Uh-oh. It's right on top of me, isn't it? Ooh, yes. It was right behind me. Right, okay. So we're gonna do these. And try and do both at the same time. Wow, take longer each time, don't they?
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Now, normally I would put some nice looking edges on the top and stuff like that, but I'm not planning on keeping this as a hanger. This is a while I'm building it hanger, you know. It was pretty damn close to us, I'll say that much. That's 4 if both of these complete. Yeah, this is the temp hangar. This, I think, would become the main kind of like machine room and everything that would extend higher than this. I just want to see how far down we've gotten. Couldn't place one down there because that's where the bottom of it extended too far down and it was outside the build area. So we'll wait here. We've got about a minute or so just to see how far down it's now gone. Should see it expand very, very soon and then expand again, but I don't know if it will actually take, because I'm looking down there, I'm thinking I'm sure there's a camp underneath here and a cave. It did let me place them though, so maybe we'll get it. Long left now. That's the trick to spanning big areas. These things, the 3 block ones. It was Splug that taught me that, because I was trying to do like place a fief, build out a bit, destroy fief, rebuild fief, try and build back from the other side, and I was getting back and forth and it just wasn't working. And then Splug went, there you go, done it. And I was like, you son of a bitch. You know, like, how did you do that? He said, oh, you just, you know, use these parts, you'll get further doing the same thing. Right, okay, it's expanded one of them. So now Ooh. Get that one. Get those. Still insufficient stability from there, though. Huh. No, no. Oh. There we go. Oh. Better. And the other one's still cooking, I think. There's really nothing under this one, so I'm gonna have to do a bit of scaffolding, which we'll do with a bit of granite. No. Alright, we'll do it this way. We not go... No, it doesn't like that. There's nothing to stand on there. Will it not let me place all the way down? That might give me a better angle. Uh-oh. Felled off. Not a lot for it to grab below here, is there? There we go. Buzzing the tower, says Space Quest. do it with a slightly better angle here, so. And not fall off at the same time, that would be good. Oh, come on. The elusive, put it where I'm trying to aim. Oh, there's it. Oh, in that hole there, that hole. Thank you. Really? So the fact that half of it is inside the wall of the hill, does that mean it picks up full stability, or? It might. It's a lot of blocks I'm sacrificing for structural support. Yep, we're at the bottom of the fief there, but that gives us tons to build with. From here, there's a lot of support here, I think. It's like it's grown out of the stone stack of the mountain. Yeah, there's nothing under that one though. We're getting there, we're getting there. Very hard to get it to place where I want it to place. Scaffold. Because the floor's still there. Okay. And now I can do what I wanted to do. There we are. Oh, quite happy with that. That's good. This is just like a... so I can work on the bridge. That's what that's there for. Alright, let's look at what we got. See if there's any gaps, holes, other such shenanigans. Yeah, there's a couple. But I think that's the build limit down there, maybe? Some of the rock blocks are slightly out of, like, they're not rotated the correct way, but I can live with that. I don't know how much further down we can go, actually. If we could get to here, that would be amazing. I'm not sure we can. One more staking unit down? Would we run into build interference, as in that big chunk of red here and there? I'm not sure. I think we can do it. I'm going to make another staking unit. I don't know if I can place it though. The only thing. Maybe I can't. How many can you place? Let me think. How many have I placed? 4. 4 or 5. Is it 6 and 6? So I could maybe place one more. I think it's 6 boxes and 6 height. Is it? Does anyone know? Can anyone quickly Google that? If not, well, screw it. I made a, you know, vertical staker and didn't use it. No biggie. If we can get down to that level, which is virtually the desert floor, that'd be cool. Go make another staking unit. Means I've got to craft a bit more steel, but that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, bye-bye ship. I think Jeff just ate a ship. Jeff, you're going to give yourself indigestion. I think it's steel I'm out of. But one more vertical. Let's have a look. Vertical. I need steel ingots. I can make 158 of them. Okay, that's good. I think I need like 20. Hope to God I can use it. We'll find out, you know. So Getting a beer. Vertical is 5 up and 2 down. Right, I think I've used 4, so I should be able to do 1 more. Architecture is the real end game. Kinda. Welcome on in, nice to see you. Just gonna make one of those. Hopefully I can place it. I'll find out quick enough if I can't. Yeah, you can soak away a lot of time building, but the building systems are... Once you kind of get the gist of them, they're pretty awesome, I have to say. For whatever unknown reason, I started to play a new character today. Gonna shoot the gap, hopefully it goes better than my first character. Oh god, yeah. First time I tried, I got to... Where did I get to? Yeah, so I'm coming from South Hagar. My base was sort of... I think my base was maybe there. And I'd been like hugging the rocks on a bike and going here, and it said, oh, now you need to go to North Hagar. So I got to here, got to the edge of there and just gunned it there, thinking that's looks like a short run. Got to like almost there, and one of the Sudakar patrol ships flew over me. So I got suspended in midair while Jeff was like in hot pursuit, and Jeff went nom 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 nom, ate me, the Sudakar, the bike, everything. Which, you know, wasn't ideal. But I got the free bike. You know, the guy says, do you want a free bike? And I was like, hell yeah. And then went for it again during the day, knowing, right, the Sudakar bugger off when it's daytime. So I went again in the daytime, and I actually made it. I can do one more. So vertical is 5 up, 2 down. Yeah, someone had a graph of how the verticals work, and it was kind of weird, to be honest, but I just want to see if I can place this, then I can go further down and extend out further, because I'll have more foundations that are rooted, so to speak. It doesn't matter where you place a vertical either, does it? It just does it based on what's already there, and then it does it for the entirety of the base. I mean, the first thing we established last night was just a link between these two rock outcrops. Yes, I can place it, but it's going to take 15 minutes. Okay. I've already invested a bit of time and money into this base. But, you know, even if I go, yeah, you know what? I don't like it. I'll just take it down and leave it. But yeah, I think the whole of that is going to work. Oh, I'm 2 that side, 1 that side, but now I can make it wider. The mule base. Well, at the minute it's called, what did I call it? The bridge. I may have to rename it. I don't know. How long we got? Ooh, ages and ages and ages. I'm wondering how far down it's going to extend. There's some scaffolding. So all of this is, I'm building it. You know, this isn't the final thing. But it also means on this side, I'll be able to extend like way, way down. I'm just, will it get down to that, the top of this, where the mouse pointer is? If it gets down as far as that, I can put a block there and build upwards, which means I can do much more interesting things with the bridge itself. Like, instead of one row going across, I could have some of it going, you know, like a suspension bridge. This hand doesn't straighten properly yet. It's going to take months. But, you know, more like kind of that. And then I can work on, you know, the finer detail, like the aesthetics of the whole thing, etc. All this down there, that's just scaffolding for building. So you can get the right angle, etc. I think I can do one more staking unit outside, which would give me 10 blocks in this direction, which I may do. It depends how much I want to do with this section. But it could be very cool, so I may do it. So it's one big long line of a base instead of like 4 blocks around each other, which is also very cool, you know. The first thing we did was like, let's get the link between these two rock platforms to actually work. That was the first thing we did, so. Anyway, let's get to shade. Heat level 4, it's like the deep desert out here. Even, yeah, here it does count this as shade, thankfully. I mean, you can do some pretty inspirational stuff base building. It's just do you have the inclination to do it? You know, that's what it all boils down to. You know, so I'm just spitballing ideas as I'm building it. Now, I'm not going to prettify the upper hangar because that's just a stopgap. That may well become the main kind of storage machine room. And then we do something more ornate with the area outside of that. And so on and so forth. What? I will make all these better aligned and everything else as time goes on, but just right now I'm just trying the idea on for size. How does it actually look when you come running through? You know, that kind of thing. Looks good. The door makes the corridor look offset though. So I don't like the door. The door's just there so I'm water sealed while things are happening. Right, nip into the lav. I'll be back in a sec. Made it first try. Ugly Dan. You're one of the chosen few that can make it first time. Do you know, I think part of the design why the guy offers you a free bike is the game is assuming that you tried to get across without a bike. Which, you know, once you've got grapple, the Ben Jesuit sprint and all the rest of it, or a decent suspensor belt as well, then yeah, you probably can run it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've done it on stream. Like I did a server swap, and when I came back it put me at Griffin, and I went, oh, and people going, oh, come and get you, I'll come and get you, and I was like, ah, fuck it. And just like suspensor belted across that expanse of sand. And you can at high level do that, but at low level you don't have the skills available to you to do it. How are we doing on the timer? Oh my god, still why does it have to take longer each time, you know? So we could go for more of this across the whole length. It would work. I could build more of the diagonal Atreides pieces here. Or we could build downwards there, possibly, and then have some coming up to the middle and some coming, you know, like a proper suspension bridge looks. That may work. Staying out of the sun here, because this is heat level 4. This is like the A-row in deep desert. So you will really go through water here, even in a really good still suit. And I'm in Shaddam's bladder, Pardo's hood, soft step, but hey, you know. Why have I got separate snacks? Just, yeah. Come on, game, figure it out. I could do a naked run, but I would, well, I say naked, you would need the suspensor belt and the power pack. Saturnine gloves, I think so, yeah. Just what I've got handy. It's just the Owadam area. So if you zoom out, you know, you get the, yeah, Odam, I guess. This area is heat level 4. And there's some intelli here that I can't pick up because I'm at max intelli. If I go to research, I can't, like, every single thing is unlocked. You know, like there is nothing left. Every single weapon, every single base item, all of these, every single vehicle and all their extensions. And then, you know, lots and lots and lots of these. Most completed of the specials is probably the Plastinium ones. Even bulwark leggings. Massive armor on those. For not that much dash cost. Oh, there is on the leggings. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing there. Pardo's hood, Imperial mask. Yeah, I mean, I've even got Sparky Mark 6 and where is it? Yeah. Dart for every man. If that's your, you know, preferred method of shooting things. And adaptive Holton. I don't wear it mostly, so I don't wear it out. I wear that for testing stations in DD, the harder ones. Splug shows up for those in a Saturnine still suit and goes full melee for it. Mine is still tier 5, yeah, but I didn't get those in tier 6 gear. I had to do the go farm the tier 6 stuff in your tier 5 gear. There's nothing wrong with tier 5, mate. It's good stuff. I was doing the A-row in Sentinel. Is it Sentinel armor? Maybe not Sentinel. What was the other one? It was purple. I forget. And it was light armor, but it had a lot of mitigation on it. Did loads of A-row runs with that. And started to farm the better and better gear, and eventually we got out to the tier 6 stuff. But we got the tier 6 stuff while using tier 5 stuff, you know. I mean, the swatch I'm using is the DUNE movie swatch. So I'm using this one, June 2021 still suit. We go for that. I could go out looking noobish or whatever, but I do like this one. And I do it without any sort of colours or whatever, just as it comes. Yeah, tier 5's fine, mate. Don't think you can't go to the deep desert without tier 6, because how the hell are you going to get tier 6? without going to the deep desert. You know, don't be scared of it. I mean, worst thing happens, you die. And then you res and you try again. You know, I mean, that's how it goes. The hard part is, to begin with, is going out to the deep desert and getting titanium and stravidium. But because the Aero now has it, that's really... Yeah, Syndicate, that's the one. Yeah, we were going out there doing the deep desert testing stations in Syndicate gear and using tier 5 weapons, you know? Well, there was nothing... What else could we do? We couldn't get tier 6 gear any other way. We had to go out and farm it. That was it. We're getting there. How far down is it gonna go? Final cave run of the night, and then I'm off to bed. Okay, my dude. It is getting late, to be honest. What time are we at? Yeah. Getting on 11 o'clock where I am. Come on. We got what, like 40 odd, 30 odd seconds left? Come on. How far down will it go? It went further. I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to get me on the deck. But it's going to get me further. Yes, it is. C7, E8, H8, H5, D2. Oh, you're doing the cave run. Okay. Takes 15 minutes to complete, give or take. Yeah, you get a lot of stuff there. So I've got no stability there. Okay. Now we do. I think we're outside. Yeah, we're outside the land claim now. And we get insufficient stability from that. Okay. No. Okay. We can build upwards from here with this. It's funny how the stability actually works. And this is why I've got this ramp on this side. Now it's giving me further and further out building opportunities, which is very, very cool. But I do think maybe, you know, it's getting late and all that. I'm probably going to make some silly building mistakes that I'll regret. I kind of want to put one under there, but I can't get the angle to get the placement. Yeah, it doesn't want to do it. But I know if I get that one, I'll be able to do it. So maybe if we go for some scaffolding again. There's really nothing under it, is there? Yeah, it doesn't want to do it. Now if we start in a bit, out a bit. Nope. Yeah, it doesn't want to. There you go. I might have to do a bit more scaffold just to get the angle. Structural. Oh, come on. Got it. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, don't fall off the cliff. Oh, nearly. Okay, now I've got those two. I should be able to finish that corner off as I wanted it. Now I have to climb back up into the base though, which is going to be fun. Nope, we're going to fly back. I was kind of hoping it would come down this far, but at least one more, and I don't think we can do one more. No vehicle. Oh no, it's still up there. Shit. All right. How do you wear out your suspensor belt so quickly? Well, I tried building a base. What do you think? One more would get us down there? Might do. Let's see if I can do what I was hoping to do with this corner. So it's not going to place there. Okay, so scaffold. Oh, outside land claim. Okay. I wanted to get this built. But it was going now. Oh, it doesn't want to do it. I thought I'd got under it there, but I hadn't. No. That's a bummer. Okay. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. But maybe not tonight. We've done 3 hours of base building. You guys must have been comatose by now. Right, I'm going to log off here, I think. And this time I'm going to make sure I actually pick up the scout for the next time I fall off. I don't mind watching base building. Well, thankfully not, because I've just done 3 hours of it. Yeah. Gives me good ideas. Or, yeah, what not to do when building a base. Right, we'll leave it there. Let's have a look. Anybody else streaming? Because there are drops to go. Oh, God. There are drops. Oh, stop. That's enough. Right, who else is streaming? Queen's Chris Game. Oh, yeah, there we go. We go raid them. They've raided us. Ooh. Are they doing mediums or bigs? That looks like a medium. Stability is a real challenge. The challenge is real. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're looking for drops, whatever, then Queen's Chris Games, multilingual, but they do speak English as well. So we'll go raid them. So they're doing a harvester and what's it? Oh, nice. They're doing the harvester on top of the medium. Okay. Oh, they're doing circles on mediums. Okay. If you've got the quiet treads, then yeah, you're going to be good. You're going to be good. Right, that's 25 of you on the stream. 19 going. If you're getting drops, just go with the raid. You'll continue to get them. And be obviously thoroughly entertained. I might do a bit more base building tomorrow, but also maybe a bit of deep desert action, etc. See if we can't do something fun out there. So until then, love you all, miss you all. See you in the next one. Until then, bye for now. And the same on the YouTube. That's the end of the show. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, love you. Bye-bye.